actually turn the cameras on. Yes, we're the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rechakudash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever, the 144,000, right? And the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen nations, that look like those heathen nations. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, we say Shalom. All right, and we're just going to go right in on these on the abominations and the sexual abominations here in America, starting from not only from in Hollywood, but from the White House on down. You know, with this thing that's going on at the border right now. You know, you have all these this child trafficking. You got all these content providers and people reporting on the amount of children that are being trafficked, you know, at the border, and they're just, you know, disappearing, showing up, you know, and they get separated from their parents or showing up without parents. All right, it's all manner of wickedness going on. All right, and sexual perverseness. As a matter of fact, I like to real quick, can somebody get that Shulya, not Shulya, trying to think up top, but Romans is that 1 and 25?
I got it.
Bob Kusha?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator,
Right.
who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause, the Most High gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
To that which is against nature, man. And so these women are with women, with beasts. I was trying to find this article, and I was just going to read just a little bit of it. But in this article, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. In this article, it was a young girl, a Edomite, an attractive Edomite woman, that in 2023, she slept with 300 men. And in 2024, she planned to do double that, and she's almost at the 500 mark right now. All right, so she still got to December 31st to get her 600. So that's only 365 days in a year.
Right.
So that means she getting tag team. She's getting done by multiple guys in the same day, right? And you got to think too. Pops brought a whole nother. We were talking about it. Damn, what about the 5 to 7 days you're on your period? So is she banging on her period, or you know, or she not? I mean, it's just, you know, but that's the spirit of Babylon, man. Now, as I said in the lesson that I did, I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning, but you know, I'm a man and I like, you know, women with big butts and big breasts and curves. You know, I like that. I'm not going to sit up there and pretend that I don't like it. But the truth of the matter is, it's just getting a little tired and a little old. Every time I turn on my phone, it's just ass and titties in your face.
Right.
It's actually getting kind of aggravating, man. And it's like, okay, you know, okay, yeah, you clapped your booty. Yeah, you fine. What else now? Right? And then I start thinking in my mind, are you like her? You know?
Right.
How many guys had clapped before me? Right? Yeah. Because I mean, and then because you know, you truly have to embrace that mindset that you know, just to survive being with these women. You know, she was never mine. It was just my turn. Because you know, you put too many emotions, too many of your feelings, and you're gonna get hurt. Man.
I can say, yeah.
You're gonna get hurt. And the funny thing is that the more, in most cases, man, the more you love a woman, the faster she is to do you wrong. And it's like the women that you treat like they don't matter are the ones that chase behind you. It's just, this shit is crazy, man.
Really? Surely you're turning things upside down to be esteemed as the potter's clay, man. And Esau has set up everything to be opposite. So that's why females, I want to be independent. Until they see that, no, I need a nigga to save my ass. Or not the one white bitch was like, I'll take a guy on a raft, a boat, a canoe, anybody to get me out that hurricane shit. Everything is flipped upside down. So if I would set
and I'm pretty sure there's probably been some men who courted her or wanted to be courted artist.
At
And she
times.
could have been away from there and out of that jam had she been with them, but you know, but she wanted to do that other dude and that other dude and then
The carousel.
and then be independent. And now her ass in the fucking flood.
I shared a video on Instagram, and they was talking about her ex-husband. He was pushing her car out of the fucking water.
I saw that
And
one.
she got a whole nother nigga, and she said, "Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do." And she said, and then they asked him. He said, "Yeah, I'm just doing my job, you know."
That's because he's still hit.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah, because that's the spirit. That's why he came, because he was doing, she ain't never stopped sleeping with that other man. She's sleeping with her current husband, and she's sleeping with that guy too.
And she's got open options for the next 2-3 years down the line. Women now are becoming like men's spirit. They have men's spirits on them. Esau's pushed it on them. So how we look at women and how our makeup is, Esau's pushed it over on them. So now they like that's
They got
another,
body counts.
That's
big
another.
body counts.
But this going to the topic, as you see what the name of the title is, this is what Esau pushes. Right? Esau pushes this debauchery.
Sexual perversion.
Sexual perversion. Everything's an all-out attack on the Hebrew Israelite man. Everything's to take us down. All right. So you get our women against us. You get all the other nations against everything against us, and this is all to keep us fucking down.
You take away the man's ability to be able to discipline his children, so the children turn.
Like that one female, she said she had 2,000 bodies.
Shoot, this one that just did 300, and she's gonna catch her real quick if she hasn't already.
But now that's like Folly said in great dignity, it's being like, how many bodies? I got this many bodies, but I got this. It's not a shame anymore. Back in the day, it used to be a shame. You know, you to ask a woman how many people she had, she like, she didn't want to tell you because she knew that was some whole shit. Now these bitches are bragging about this shit. This one bitch is like,
and think they have value. That's
right.
the crazy thing.
You said, don't you want to be a wife to somebody? She said, not until I'm old.
Yeah.
Fuck a man, fuck a husband. Right now, she running the street. I ain't loyal to nobody. I forgot what the bitch said. That's the prep, man. These places revolted and gone.
This is our Ecclesiasticus 26 and 22. And harlot should be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. So yeah, these harlots ain't nothing but spittle. And we ain't have you want to go pick up some stick. We ain't about to go deal with no stick. So that's how you should be looking at these females anyway. They ain't nothing but hoes, man.
Yeah. Hey.
They wicked. That ain't nothing to be proud of. I got this many bodies again. This one female, she got doing the interview, and she said she loved one night stands. And then the dude was like, well, why you ain't with the guys with the one night stand? Oh, I'm with all of them. They all helping me. They talk about they want to marry me. But I just like to have fun, and I just want to have fun and be free. And
So let it be fun, free, and in trouble.
Hey, I found that article, brother. The one I was talking about. I'll read it real quick. I'll make it fast. And let me, put this in the camera. This chick right here, of course, is a Edomite. That's her. No, she's not bad looking now, but her spirit is so dirty. Poor. Would you want to eat? Well, yeah, I wouldn't tell. What's that old saying? I wouldn't touch it with your dick.
Right.
But this is most sexually active woman gives update on challenge to sleep with 600 people this year. By news.com 21 days ago. So it says Australia's most sexually active woman has shared an update on her bid to sleep with 600 people, which is making me think about a meme that I saw of one of them porn star chicks with all these big ass jakes, and she got
Yeah, I seen
cream
it.
all over her.
Yeah, I seen it.
And then a picture beside it, she's in a wedding dress getting married, and it's like, right, of course, and it's like, would you marry this woman? And then I started reading the comments, and would you marry a woman like this? And one guy made a comment, and he said, most of you guys are already married to a woman like that. They just wasn't on camera.
You just don't know it.
Just don't
Right,
know.
and I was like, damn. And then I wrote it. I commented his comment. And I said, what you just said went over almost everybody's head, in there. And so he and I had a conversation. But I said, what you just said went on over everyone's head,
Right.
because because all the other comments was folly,
Right.
You know what's the big cucumbers and
Right.
Avocado.
Eggplants.
Right, the squirt things and the big laughing faces.
Before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was everyone else's conversation. But yeah, you know, but that's Babylon, and that's the vibration here. And if it's not these over sexually active women and men, it's all this shit with these children. We're gonna get to that. All right.
And it's all by design.
It's all by design, but it says Annie Knight, that's her name, had a goal in 2023 to sleep with 365 people, and in 2024 she decided to level up and sleep with 600 people. So I stand corrected. It was 365. So she probably
One a day.
She did one a day or a couple a day
Right.
to make that number. All right. It says because I figure you gotta take you can't, man, you just can't fuck every day. You gotta take a day off, I would think. But anyway.
She said, bring
I
the
mean, as a
lube.
woman, you know, you just, you know, but anyway, it says,
on heavy flow days.
it says last year everyone started talking about me because I was talking about my sexual escapades online, and I mentioned how many people I had slept with. So we don't even know how many she slept with before she started doing this. So I'm willing to bet she passed the 2,000 thing. This woman right here. All right. It says because I was talking about my sexual escapades online, and I mentioned how many people slept with. I'd slept with, and it went viral, and everyone was talking about it. She told New Zealand's Edge Post, Clint, Meg, and Dan. So she just wants this.
She wants
attention.
notoriety.
She clearly wants the notoriety and the attention. It says, and I thought, why not make it a bit of fun out of it, and make it a challenge. Knight, who published the content on adult subscription platforms, so she's basically a porn star at this point now.
Yeah.
September 5th interview, and she had just over 400 people saying. So in September she was over 400 because the one I saw said 480. So, and that was a couple weeks old, so she's got to be close to 5, but not over 5. Saying she was trying to use dating apps and meet people organically in real life. Any night, so she just go to the store, to wherever she see a guy she like, she just throw herself at him, and he's like, all right. He go buy the rubbers and then get to it.
That's right.
And then I imagine she's probably not even using
To be right in my mind.
protection with all these people, man.
She walking TD.
And it said Annie Knight set a goal to sleep with 600 people in 2020. So once again, that's Annie. Matter of fact, let me show. I'm gonna send the
Guess Annie ain't okay.
You gonna put Annie right? Annie ain't okay.
Annie ain't okay. Annie not okay.
Oh yeah, she got all type of spirits.
She got all type of spirits.
Man,
And then somebody's gonna try to wipe this broad, man. And it's probably gonna be an Edomite. More likely than not, it'll be an Edomite because they just do shit like that.
Right.
You know,
They get a kick out of that shit.
Want to marry porn stars and shit like
Yeah,
that.
my wife's famous. She fucked 600 people in one.
Yeah, she's mine now.
What's that? 22 Jump Street?
So, yeah, but enough on Annie, you know. Because there's Annie up on the screen.
Yeah, Adam 22. Yeah, Adam 22 is
Baba the shot.
So yeah, so Annie is famous for giving herself to. You know,
Oh yeah, motherfuckers lining up to get at her.
So yeah, and I imagine, like I said, a couple times she getting, you know,
She getting trained, man.
she getting down with multiple men at once to make those numbers.
Running trains.
Yeah, I already know. And then I had it on the screen too. So.
And another thing, this shit was really a psyop too, really showing you women y'all can do what y'all want.
And who pulled up that saying from the warlord, talking about the destruction of the society?
Oh, yeah.
Bring it up, put it up, brother. This is an Ishmaelite. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, because you know this woman
And send
doing
it there
this.
so we can put it on the big screen.
This woman doing this, you know, ain't like what's the bitch with the slut walk? She is
Amber
right.
Rose.
Yeah,
Amber Rose,
Yeah.
chick.
You know, they just
Debauchery.
pushing that.
Debauchery, man.
You know, a woman don't need a man, just have fun spirit out there.
And that's beautiful. Yeah. Let them have it.
Right.
Shit, that's beautiful. Right now, the Most High wants those who are seeking Him. This ain't about China. This ain't about America and the heathens. This is about the hope for righteous elect and who is the Most High is dealing with. So if you a fucking Israelite woman and you fall for the okie doke and run them streets and open them legs, may you open them legs to the missiles.
Right.
And you niggas who follow up after these bitches, may you open up to the missiles too.
That's
For
right.
you heathens, may you open up to the missiles as well. This is for the hopeful righteous elect and those that can hear righteousness. Outside of that, may you all fucking die not. It said, marvel not if she trespass against thee. I've not had one woman on this motherfucking planet in 50 years who has not trespassed against me. Not one. So fuck them all, as far as fuck them all.
Roast motels for roaches.
I got a preset.
Bring it out, brother.
This First Timothy's 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Hey, it's plain and simple, like you just said. Hey, let them have fun. Turn up. Be a thought. Be a whore. Because hey, pretty soon, that shit gonna catch up with them anyway. Because they about to get ravished out here, man.
Yeah, and they gonna, like you said, they're gonna die by their own devices. You see, I don't know how many times we gotta say it. You're not gonna get to see right now. What's her name? Annie Knight. See, she's choosing. She's on the carousel, and she's choosing. You know, she's
Which
on
ones
that
to
big
jump
ass
up and down?
carousel. That one in Great America is 3 stories.
Right.
She tried to ride every one. All right, so she picking and chooses. But see, the day is gonna come when the carousel gonna ride you. And you're not gonna have a choice in the matter. You're not even gonna like the choice, and you like the way they smell or nothing, right? And it's gonna be brutal because they're gonna step on your head, put cigarettes out on you, all kind of, you know, right? And they're
That's
gonna
it.
beat you up.
Your
beat you up.
ashtray.
Uh,
Bring it out, brother. It's gonna get grimy out here when the lights go out and the lawlessness comes.
This is Proverbs, the 20th, this is Proverbs, the 30th chapter, the 20th verse. And going, this is what Esau even pushes. He pushes this debauchery and this porn and this you only live once and women's liberation and independence and shit. And this is the Lord. He knew about this 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. For thee, okay, now, and if you don't understand that parable, an adulterous woman, a woman who's supposed to be only with one man, they don't teach that in America. They don't teach that in Western society, all right? Eat, what does that mean? She put something in her mouth, all right? And wipeth her mouth. Like you gave the parable, the analogy of the one female who had all the drippings on her from all whatever. And that's a famous picture, because we always say, yeah, we seen that picture, all right? And wipeth her mouth. And say, if I ain't done shit wrong, the Lord is saying, first of all,
you did it too.
That's right. And he said, rise up, you careless daughters, you that are at ease. He said, y'all gonna sit up on the ground. He said, y'all gonna be trodden down as mire in the streets. So if you think that you can run through all these niggas and run through all these motherfuckers and men and women, do whatever the fuck you want, ripping and running the streets,
okay,
you're going to be trodden down in the streets.
Wait to General Butt Naked and them.
Come on.
And
Come on.
Them.
All of them.
When General Butt Naked and his crew get let loose to run around, America, which you clearly see that the Biden administration has opened up your borders, and you got all these military-age men from all these places that America is at odds with in the millions now. America, roughly go back 2 years ago, America had about 330 million people in it. America has well over 400 million people in it now, right? So, and about 55 to 60 million of those people are migrants, right? So America has a problem, because what you have to understand is that America don't have the resources to even support all these people, and that's going to just continue to show itself more and more, right?
Yeah.
Especially as the nations of the world, I think is 45% of the world is no longer using the dollar. Right. So you people have no idea what that means. 45% of the world is no longer using the dollar. So the fact of the matter that the issues that we just went through here in America are small compared to the bigger picture. Right. Because with the world reserve currency no longer being a dollar,
prices going up.
It's actually worse than losing a war. And Donald Trump said that. He said it is worse than losing a war. All right, and with the world not being the dollar not being no longer the world reserve currency, and the world is getting ready to start using the same currency that the BRICS nations are using, which Russia and China is at the head of that. that's what they're getting ready to start using, and that's gonna be a big problem here in America. Go ahead, what you got, brother?
This is Tobit 4:13. It says, Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despite not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
Wow. And that's exactly what, and that's a perfect time to bring that article right behind it.
Okay,
You got it? Or
No,
you
you
sent
have
it to
to-
him?
Oh, you got the picture?
Did you send it
Send
to
it
him
already?
already?
Okay, then I got you. Then I'm about to pull it up right now.
And you can go ahead and read it while he's pulling it up.
Alright, so this from this,
Saladin?
yeah, this Ishmaelite, I perceive
It's-
it says, if you want to destroy a nation without war, make adultery or nudity common in the young generation.
That's just it. That will do it.
There it is.
Lewdness.
Wow, without war. That's some gangster shit right there.
Yeah.
And Amalek is at the head of that. Alright? Amalek is not, the Palestinians, by the way,
There was listening to Benjamin.
Yeah, right. That anyone was listening to Bibi Milikowski,
Oh,
yeah, the Palestinians are Ishmaelites. Just
Okay,
like the guy
got it.
who said this quote. Could you read it again, brother?
Yeah, it says, if you want to destroy a nation without war, make adultery or nudity common in the young generation.
So not only did they do that to America, but they first did that to the Israelites, especially the Judites, especially the southern kingdom. All right, they did it, and in turn, they've affected all the tribes and now all of America, because America is all about nudity. I mean, we were on the line yesterday, and there was some sort of slut thing going on or whatever. All we saw was gangs of women, mostly Edomite women,
Sluts.
walking around with their cheeks out.
Right,
Right, scantily, barely dressed.
With head
Literally,
wraps.
all we saw was with head wraps on. It was the weirdest shit, man. And all you saw was just pale booty cheeks everywhere, man. It was some weird shit. But go ahead, brother.
Book of Leviticus 19 and 29, it says, do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Wow. Go ahead.
It says, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what's the rabbi that owns Pornhub? What's his name?
Solomon Friedman.
Yeah. See, Solomon's. Read that again. Read what's in the law again, and then we gonna get on these rabbis with their corn. All right. We gotta say it right. We can't say the key word with they corn. All right. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Leviticus 19 and 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
Yeah, we're gonna play that.
Okay.
Now that we did that, that's what you got
I
something
just,
first, bro?
I just wanted to hit that Proverbs 30 and 20 in the NLT. It says, an adulterous woman consume her, basically swallow them up.
An eater.
Then wipeth her mouth and say, what's wrong with that? And most of them say that, like, what's wrong with that? Like, what I did wrong? Like,
Right.
they think it's cool to be a thot.
Oh, to do that in the car with the other dude. They go in the house and kiss their children and their husband. Right.
I missed you so
Right. You
much.
come in the house with right. Go in the house. You're right. You just gotta ride home because you was working late. But you didn't tell them about the thank you gift that you gave them when you left them.
Yeah, they record themselves when they on the phone. They heard they man to call, and they'll be fucking or blowing another dude.
Skeeting on
And
their
they'll be
face.
recording themselves or get recorded by the other dude in the midst of the act. So she's sucking this dude dick while her man on the phone, and she talking to the dude.
Brother, I'm not gonna mention no names, but I know somebody, and the girl is drop dead gorgeous, who did that to her ex-husband, and then denied the ex-husband. He beat her ass after the fact, but kept her daughter away from her this whole time. The girl's like 16 years old now, and never really wants to know her daddy, and she's always telling you, well, your daddy was abusive. Well, maybe if you hadn't sent the picture of yourself getting boned by his homie, he wouldn't have came in and, saw this picture
And do was
do
actually right.
and did what was righteous according to the Bible. Right?
Actually, he fell short.
Because the scripture said you shouldn't be breathing right now. And according to the Bible, according to the God of heaven, on earth as it is in heaven, that's a heavenly law. You do that to your husband, you actually supposed to get put to death.
I got a precept.
All right, bring it out, brother.
This is
But in America, you get rewarded. You get alimony and child support.
right.
All right, go ahead.
This is Sirach 25 and 23. A wicked woman obeyeth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and woundeth the heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
A lot of women don't do that. We all saw the video, and Taj did an excellent response to it. A woman that talked about everything she wanted that she don't do for her husband, and now turning, her husband, got rid of her ass. Now she's making apologies, trying to, get him back. And he like, nah. All right, because the other women hear that and they be like, well, shit, girl, you don't want him, I'll take him. I mean, you seen the skits with a chick throwing the dude out, and then the chick outside, like, shit, and then she trying to take him back. Well, he made the mistake that you should run from that broad and go with the new broad, man.
Right. Yeah,
Because she didn't really want you. She just didn't want her to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So you get ready to get right back into it. She gonna, ain't shit gonna change for her.
Nope.
All right? You gonna go in, you gonna clap your cheeks, get a meal that night, but then tomorrow, next week, you gonna be right back to
that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. And they were saying that that you hear a little bit here or there where like this whole thing with the Tia Mowry and her husband and that whole scenario, how he kept his mouth shut, stayed above the board. Now all the women, he made this new movie, and all the women like, girl, he looking good now.
Toxic ass nigga too.
Yeah, and he played a toxic nigga. They love him. They loving him.
wow.
But I wanted to hit this
Post that, get that video set up.
It says, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress should surely be put to death.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that adulterous man that's popping that married woman, he's supposed to get put to death.
Right on with him.
All right?
Bring them
But
both
like
out.
you said, here in America, that sort of behavior
Celebrate.
gets celebrated. You get a big house, you get the car, you get half the shit.
Probably
Especially if he actually he's sitting on something.
Right.
He making a little bit of money, or he got an inheritance. If he got something, you've done no work, nothing to deserve what you get. All
But a
right?
big ass
and I do
paycheck.
like that story with 50 Cent, because he was I think he was giving a woman 40 grand a month, or some shit like that. And then she had nerve to ask for more, and so he took her to court, and the courts knocked the shit down to like $1 grand, $2 grand a month, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is more than enough, because that wasn't for the child. It don't take you $2 grand to raise no child, man.
A month?
That's more than enough money, all right? She was getting 40 grand, all right? So by the time she bought him clothes, bought food,
She had a lifestyle
took care
going.
of his she had a lifestyle and was getting other penises from other men.
There you go.
Off his money.
Yeah.
Enjoying her life off his money, and she wanted to elevate her lifestyle, probably because she got a new dude, and she was trying to impress him.
Right. Watch this. Look, this is what I do. And not realizing.
And the Lord brought her ass down.
Not realizing.
The judge realized, well, you know what? Well, he's looking at, well, what do you do? Well, you know what? This is way, you don't need this much money. So that shit worked out in his favor, man.
Yep. And then 50 Cent spoiled that bitch ass son. His punk ass. He
Turned on by his mama.
Turned
on by his mama. His mama
Yeah.
done turned him on him.
Yeah,
It's that and the
he
other.
talking shit about 50 and shit, talking all this shit like, nigga, he like, man, all that money y'all couldn't put together to get something.
He tried to give him a
Yeah, so he of age now, right?
Yeah.
We need to go ahead and cut that little bitch nigga off.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, if you're gonna act, if you're gonna be like that, you're gonna just cut his little ass off there.
Yeah, he tried to put him on the
Yeah, I'm
company.
broke as hell, but still be trying to help myself.
That's why we say,
So this, this.
Yeah, 50 cut his ass completely off, man. He was talking that bitch ass shit.
fuck 50, fuck his son, fuck all of them. Fuck all the way. I'm glad they got all kind of goddamn problems. 50
Of
ain't
course.
telling the truth.
Of course.
And fuck him and all of them. This is about, like I said it before, Hot Rod is hot, I'm gonna say it again. This is about those who care about Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem,
Okay.
all these motherfucking 50s and Diddy's and all of them, they getting their just
It's
deserved.
just showing the curses are still flowing on them. They still
No
gotta
matter
go
what.
through the curses. They
You
still
can't
gotta
jump
go.
on- you can't- man, you in bed with Esau, you're gonna have to go deal with Esau in his fucking debauchery.
That's right.
I hate this fucking place, man. And we're almost over. That's why we say it's okay.
And like the scripture say, woe to them called evil good.
And good evil. Yeah. See, but that's also dividing the lines of who's righteous and who's wicked.
Even in society, if a man, let's say he beat his woman up for committing adultery or she got out of line, you're wrong. The whole time the bitch been pushing your buttons. You know, the bitch done called her cousins.
Ran up
She ran her mouth. It don't matter. She ran her mouth.
Whatever.
Ran up.
But you looked at as the bad guy. And she looked at pretty.
She's showing no respect.
You know.
Oh, sorry for her. She put up with so much.
Like even in society, you know, in society, if you can't see that this shit is geared toward against the Israelite man, you just blind. Like everything is set up against us. Like the scripture say he has a perpetual hatred against us. Alright, the Willie Lynch letters and all these was a part of his hatred. Alright, and you could see the fruition of it now. The lewdness of our women, it really, at one point in time, I remember coming up in school, you see a female panties, you get hot. You know, now these bitches, you like, oh, look at that drawers. You know, these bitches, look, you look, at the corner, I wake up in the morning and go to the auto parts store or whatever. These motherfuckers going to high school in lingerie.
Yep.
They in lingerie. They got the see-through sheer on.
Nothing
You
for
seeing booty cheeks and titties and
And
you
their
know what I
parents
mean?
are letting them come out their
The
house
mama-
like that.
the mama
And it's
mama.
typically, it's usually the single mama that's collecting child support
Right.
anyway and letting this girl just run wild, just like her.
Did you see the video where the daughter was going out there with some scanty whatever, and he made her change and then got into it with the mama over the shit? It's like I seen men do this on a little girl, like be fixing her stuff up. You know, no, we're not showing no midsection, no shoulder section, none of that. These females don't do that. They put the weave into the little girls. The little girls 4, 5, 6 years old with a head full of weave. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not real. And if the ones that is real come from motherfuckers who had demons on them, the heathens got demons on them. Every single one of them.
It's about 1,000 videos talking on that subject matter with that, you know, with that fake hair or real hair that come from India and all these other places, from China, wherever they sending this hair from, and how these heathens pray curses over it.
Because they had to cut that shit in the first place,
And
right?
look, and then in both the Indian culture and in especially in Japanese culture, in Chinese too, when you think about it, there's a lot of demonology, man. There's a lot of them Japanese animes are demonic as fuck.
Yeah.
Japanese movies and Korean movies are demonic as fuck. All right, they're very demonic, and so these people, they're doing a lot of weird shit, you know, as far as
I'm gonna just mention the most popular. Well, I ain't say most popular. I don't know statistics, but as far as I know, like the one of the most popular, or if not the most popular, East Indian god Shiva. Now the whole thing about Shiva is she freed herself from her husband, killed him. She didn't want to obey him, killed him, and then she did the famous pose that every bitch do when they do a little selfie. She stuck her tongue out. That's the Shiva pose. That's the Shiva. And the whole thing, the legend behind that fake goddess, she killed her husband and then got free. You know, and that's what all these bitches do. Now they can do it even they all do the same pose. The peace sign with the tongue out.
Yeah, she was supposed to be like a goddess of combat.
Yeah.
She's she got all the arms and the swords.
Yeah. She killed her husband.
I'm not gonna go press any of these videos just to back you up on what you said. These are I just put in East Indians pray curses on weave from their women, and it says, is weave from India cursed? Another video, India, UK, Hindu pilgrims shave their hair to sell their bam. There's another one, weave is possessed and cursed. Here in India, this is like ex-Satanist and high-ranking African warlock encounters. They got dozens of videos just telling you this shit is fucking cursed. They put curses on. First of all, it's hair from a heathen. Why would you want to put hair from a heathen when you got your own fucking hair? Oh, you're ashamed of your hair. Why don't you ever be ashamed of your own ass.
Cause that's a curse.
I got a precept.
Come on, bro.
This 1 Corinthians 10:20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I will not that ye should have fellowship with devils. They cutting their hair off and their rituals and doing all this and that. And of course they get money. But they still have these rituals for whatever bullshit they believe in. But these are things of devils.
Right.
And they God of war, this woman, her whole thing is she rebelled against her husband and murdered him. That's devilish shit, man.
Every time a nigga woman get her head,
She get that demon on. That's why she started putting that tongue. It's just natural. It just happens because they got that devil on her.
She thinks she fine now.
Yeah.
That was the disgrace. You know, you stick your tongue out at somebody, you mocking her.
Right.
She killed him, stood over him, and stuck her tongue out.
Nah, nigga.
Exactly. It was a 99 poo. I got you. And that's bitches. These bitches got that same spirit on them.
Yeah, that is. Whatever y'all got.
Bring out your precept, brother.
This is Esther 1 speaking to Indians. This is Esther 1:17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, because basically the king sent for his woman and she refused to
Yes,
come.
comes. Yeah.
When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
and that's a heavy thing too, because even though on the forefront, only thing he wanted to do was
Show off. He was trying to show.
He told her to come here,
Right.
really, and she told him no.
Right.
And you can't get a nigga woman to make you a sandwich.
And this is
You
the
can't
man,
get a he the king.
he's the damn king over all them prophecies, man. This dude was the, you know,
Uno.
he was that guy, man. All right, and you were fortunate enough and lucky enough to be his wife. She wanted for nothing and needed nothing, but he just wanted her to come to him, and she, no, I'm not coming.
He was happy. He wanted to show his woman off.
Well, he got rid of her ass.
He got rid of her. He lost her. She lost her spot.
Yeah, you know.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus. And let the king give her royal state unto another that is better than she. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to the great and small.
Wait, not the high value man only, not the rich man only. And you simp niggas, you subscribe to that bullshit. Yeah, Tate, what's the nigga, Andrew Tate or whatever?
Right.
You agree with the one bitch talking about some, if I come outside looking like this, I need at least have me $1,000. You say, yes, look, she's beautiful, she does deserve it. You simp ass nigga, no. The woman's supposed to honor the man regardless, man.
That's it.
Alright? That's her job. Pop read it. A wicked woman won't come for her man.
Right.
Alright, but that's the world we in. This shit is global. Because the nigga woman, her pride, her Cardi B spirit, I don't cook, I don't clean. You gonna watch Chinese bitches with that same attitude and spirit. You got Chinese bitches
Picking
doing
it up.
traditional shit, masculine as hell. You take it on the male road, like this shit is wicked, man. And these niggas love that shit. These heathens love it, these niggas love it. You niggas are bitches. You like being treated like the bitch, she the man. Well, at the end of class act, if you do this one more time, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Right.
Alright? Now if you don't get over and kiss me right now, I'm gonna kick your ass. You niggas love that weak shit, man. The woman being can't be having the commanding that, man.
Like the picture with the Chris Brown, the dude right there, he letting his bitch take
He
right there.
He's standing there while this bitch
He in
is
the background.
This bitch is straddling Chris Brown's
Yeah, she
leg and
stroking
shit
his head and shit.
whatnot.
He just in the background.
He in the background.
He paid for it. This nigga
He
worked.
paid for
it. Chris Brown king. He don't take pictures with him for free. He charged him.
Right.
That means this nigga paid for her to take this picture.
Take this obscene ass picture.
Straddling his leg and he in the background looking weak. He like 5 feet away, 3 feet away.
Looking weak as fuck.
Goofy ass nigga, man.
Hey, I was pissed off because I dropped off an order at Jimmy's. And This nigga paid for 5 bitches to get in the fucking strip club, bro. This dude came out like $120 fucking dollars for some fucking bitches, bro.
He don't even
That
know
was
the
some I mean, he knew one of the bitches he with, but it was her friends.
He was trying to
He
hit.
paid for
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
friends to
Yep.
come in too.
He hard up. He was.
Yeah.
But
And
in a
guess
strip
what?
club.
Not only that, right? So what they going to the strip club for? Look,
Looking at women, looking at women.
Yeah, because
Did you pull that
Let
clip up?
me,
I'm about to play it right now.
yeah,
I think mine is louder than his, so I think I'm. Yeah, because I have my speaker here, but I had y'all take it back outside. So, but anyway.
yeah, because
You
another
got one
thing,
more, brother? Bring it out, brother.
Verse 22. For he sent letters unto all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
Every man should bear rule in his own house, man, and that's actually lawful, and that was a heathen that said that, all right? But we're gonna play this video now.
This how you know the prophecies are real, because the Lord said he'll make a new thing in earth. The woman shall compass the man.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now the woman is running the damn house, so let me go ask the old ball and chain.
Salaki, bro. You just hit a nerve. We play softball at Washington Park with over 20 to 25 teams, with over 10 to 15, damn near 20 people in every team. It's over 1,000 men every Sunday all throughout the
park.
goddamn year. I can't count how many times. Just this last year alone. Fuck the past year. This last year alone. Hey, you want to come jump? You're going to be in this tournament that's going to be at Hillside. And at the 45 minute, I got to ask the old ball and chain to see if she'll let me come. To let you come play softball. I got to go check in with. I've asked 12 men this year alone to come play with. And these niggas tell me, I got to check with my wife first. And I told every single one of them, you gotta check it with your wife. I say, if my woman don't come do what the fuck I say, she in the streets. Fuck that bitch.
and niggas push their bullshit on.
Yeah, they will. That just made me mad.
Niggas I was at the dealership the other day, and he was like, yeah, you gotta keep them happy, you gotta make sure you do this, you gotta work it bad.
My wife happy life.
And my woman was like,
Dang niggas.
she like, you better, he the head. We don't, I ain't no head, he the head. She
Good.
was correct.
She checked
She
it.
should have been shutting up. She
Too
wasn't
fast.
out of order.
He was talking to her.
Out of order.
Let me read it.
Yeah, he was out of order. He shouldn't even been talking to her.
Right.
Then she corrected his
Yes,
ass.
Let me
So
read.
no, actually she did a good thing. She corrected his ass. I ain't the head, he is. She let him know. No, nigga, hold on, brother. I'm gonna play this first,
Right.
because we gotta get to the name of the subject matter. This subject matter is about this this porn and this shit, and this well, here we go. Right.
We saw an extraordinary opportunity. The fact that it's newsworthy or noteworthy that you made the acquisition. That should
Now this is what's his name? Rabbi Solomon Friedman. Yeah, this is Rabbi Solomon Friedman, and the strategy to normalize corn in the West. All right, that's the name of the video. Owner of Pornhub, Rabbi Solomon Friedman, explains the strategy to normalize corn in the West. And so when you look at Hollywood and Diddy and Epstein and all the stuff, it's all interconnected. That atrocious, demonic, dark game that's so fun that everybody's playing is getting so popular. That little
They're making the number 3.
Okay.
Little Nightmare 3. They're making the number 3.
So it's number 3 now. So there's little nightmares. All this is intertwined, intermingled, man. Right? And this is how you know that these people cannot be the people, because where is it in the scriptures we're making corn normal in the West? That's not in the scriptures, right? It's not in the scriptures that thou should turn on the TV and watch other men bang other men's wives. That's not scripture.
There is an example of porn in the scriptures, and the man got put to death for it because it's adultery.
There it is.
Not to mention that it says that the law is going to be supposed to come from these people. So how is this rabbi justifying any of that? It says that the law shall become from Mount Zion.
Exactly. And where is it that they're being a light to the world? All right, these people are posers, man. But you go ahead and play that, you right?
All right, it's the one.
Rabbi, it's the Twitter post that's in the Bishop's room.
But I seen it, I had it, but I had it on this one, but I just put this one, so that's not the one.
Another thing too with that corn, when you scrolling, even if you put your categories, it'll still be homosexual shit that pop up.
Right.
So if you you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They say you scrolling, and they'll put the shit on one of the
Yeah, you looking trying to find some shit and you see
Accidentally click on it.
or you see something even worse. You see the dude with titties, but he still got a rod banging the rod. You know, all kind of weird, wicked shit like that.
Yeah, so we saw.
You got it. Yeah, go ahead and play it, bro. We're waiting on you. So,
Out of all the businesses you guys could buy, why did you guys target buying Pornhub?
Yeah, so we saw an extraordinary opportunity. The fact that it's newsworthy or noteworthy that we've made the acquisition, that should tell you that this is a space that has not had mainstream investment, right? That it's a space, I always said, when we look at the business, it's a business that's legal. Not only is it legal, but in every Western democracy, it's constitutionally protected. It could not be outlawed, even if you wanted to. Wow. But it doesn't have that legitimacy. And one of the reasons for that, when we started to examine the business further, was that nobody wanted to say we are the owners of a major adult company, right? Everyone, they wanted the benefits of owning a major adult company. It's a profitable business, but nobody wanted to be out front and engaging with other tech businesses, with government, with law enforcement, with regulation in that sort of way that the modern tech industry has to. So we saw in that this arbitrage opportunity, right? Where if people who come from the mainstream professional networks, whether it's law enforcement, tech, finance, etc., this is an opportunity to really bring this industry into the 21st century. We saw an extraordinary opportunity to do that with this, this jewel of an asset, Pornhub, but obviously the entire company.
I love it. You said jewel of an asset. So I'm going to give you some stats here that we see. So one, it says 2018 Pornhub alone witnessed a jaw-dropping 5.8 billion hours of content consumption, which by the way is kind of strange because most men should only be watching for a minute or two, right? But this is like a meager 5.8 billion hours.
Our average visit is about 10.5 minutes.
They probably got off the computer and they left the website on, but there's a different story there. So that's nearly 665 centuries of material over a single platform in just 1 year. Here's another one for you. The world was flocking to Pornhub in 2018 with a whopping 63,992 new visitors per minute. Is that true?
Wow.
63,992 new visitors per month.
That doesn't sound unreasonable.
33.5 billion visitors. Insane, right? And the most popular day to visit Pornhub is Sunday. You guys got all these different stats, and you even put up a stat recently on which state consumed the least while the election was going on and who what.
So what that means on Sunday was supposed to be Christian Day. A huge majority of America is on Pornhub watching, shit. Now what this telling you is that there's a lot of hypocrites in America because with this whole Diddy thing and the whole Hollywood thing, what it seems is that the West is full of perversion and perverted people who want to go to parties, who want to see orgies, who want to be involved in this wicked shit, and so they're just being hypocritical when they're throwing Diddy under the bus right now. Because they're scared right now. They said that, what was it, Elon Musk said it, that they're scared that Trump wins, that a lot of the elites are afraid because the Epstein list is going to come out. And we keep telling you that Diddy is a distraction and a small fish in this whole thing.
Yeah.
And yet people in America, they all want to go to parties and be at parties like that.
Yep.
The nigga Faison came out and said, I think it was on Vlad TV. He plainly said, yeah. Now, there wasn't no pills back then. He said it was cocaine.
Right.
He said it really wasn't pills back then. It was cocaine. And everybody that was there wanted to be there. It's like, this is a Diddy party. We all wanted to be there.
Yeah, it is.
And then we know that because growing up, I was growing up, y'all was adults already. But back in the 90s, early 2000s, they had commercials about, everybody talked about the Diddy parties, the white parties. Yep. I think it was Bow Wow just came out and said, since they locked Diddy up, the party scene week. After you fit, it was always an after party. Now it was nothing. Everybody, they loved it. He said, it was a Diddy party. You wanted to be there. He didn't have to drug you. You wanted to fucking be there.
And go go there and they would find some coke, find some alcohol, and then they end up.
See, y'all, man, the industry is even. First of all, Diddy was late to the party. This motherfuckers was doing this shit before Diddy. I went to University of Southern California. Went to school for acting. I was down there. My Edomite girlfriend went to one of the Beverly Hills parties just to come back and tell me she got raped by an Edomite. So my motherfucker was my roommate who happened to be there at the party with her. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. They go. That's the culture. You cannot tell me you have not heard of Hollyweird and Hollywood, and they don't care about what you. If you got it, the sorority parties. The sorority parties, the frat parties. In order to even get into the sorority, in order to even get into frat, you have to go ahead and open up your legs and do all that shit, do homosexual shit. All that shit is off, man. That whole Greek athleticism shit. That's what they produce. This is what they push. Everybody knew what Hollywood was on back in the early '90s. What you're talking about? We was all we wanted to do was go to Freaknik. Why did we want to go to Freaknik? Because everybody knew Luke was going to be there, and all the bitches were going to be there. I'll be ratchet as hell, and you was going to come up on.
And they've all been terrified that those videos.
Those videos will come out. Exactly.
Whose mamas was at Freaknik in the '90s. All right.
Late '80s, early '90s.
They've always been horrified of those videos coming out.
When she was ratchet.
As is the mother.
And not that. And not only that.
So
the man that she married to who didn't know about that shit.
Right.
Because he would probably be unmarried to her if he ever saw some of those videos.
I got a pre-sale.
No, I was just saying this shit been happening since Hollywood been founded.
60s, man, they was doing that shit.
Way before that.
I told you, founded, man. You gotta watch that movie Babylon.
Babylon, right.
Hey, I posted something else in the bitches room. There's a little picture, LD Wright.
Got you.
It's I forget who it was, the actor. He said Hollywood ain't blacklist me.
No, that was Kevin Sorbo. Hercules.
Yeah, he said they the blacklist me. I love because they full of pedophiles.
Yeah.
All right, you got.
Wow, Kevin Sorbo said that, huh?
Yeah, I played Hercules Channel 9.
I used to fuck those.
I fucked with that.
And it's funny you mention him because when I saw you post this and I peeped it. Well, growing up, when I wasn't able to watch TV for a while because the way our church was, we did. So when I got out of high school, I had to catch up with everything. So I was watching everything. I fucked with the Hercules and all those Greek stories and shit.
Yeah, Channel 9.
And when I saw them, I'm like, man, and here's a physique and hope how they pumped him up, whatever. I'm like, man, they're gonna do a big major movie on Hercules and he's gonna be the guy. And he never came to nothing.
He really wasn't that great of an actor anyway.
True, but they ended up giving it to what's the name? Hercules, The Rock.
The Rock.
All right, they ended up making, gave it to other motherfuckers. But
a lot of people, he did a lot of
Rock.
True, but the
hands down. He checked. So
the thing is, when I was in Hollywood, and I was and this is when I was leaving University of Southern California, and I was performing in Hollywood and I was acting amongst the actors and the B actors and the future A-list actors. They pulled me to the side and they said, "Hey, we see your work, we see you're talented. If you really want to make it in Hollywood, you have to be part of our organization and blah blah blah." And the play we was at was right down the street. He pulled me down and walked me down throughout the band. Harry Lennox was there, which he's the one who groomed Obama.
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of Keith Henning, exactly. There was several, when I say B-list actors that you see their faces, you know them, but you might not know their name. And once they see you have any talent in Hollywood, in the music industry, whatever, they give you the invite. They let you play a little bit some, and then when they see that you can make mobility, then they go ahead and give you the invite. Without that invite, which is they control all this shit. You will only do 1 or 2 shows tops. You're not going up, and that's why you get the one-hit wonders. All right. And
they said no.
Exactly.
That's what.
Or Kevin Sorbo.
I was explaining that because people always say, "Whatever happened to that guy? Whatever happened to that?"
Right.
Or this, someone was talking about Edward Norton, how he hadn't done movies in a long time. I said, "Well, you see what's been going on in Hollywood? I think the last big movie he did was the Hulk. He did one of the Hulk movies, and that was about 10 years ago.
That was after Fight Club was when that shit came out.
Yeah.
That put him on the scene or
No,
something.
that one was okay. He probably was the best one though. Actually, I have to, when I think about it, because the dude who played in Troy, who played the small hat dude, who played him first.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot. Right.
But then Ed Norton, when Ed Norton played it, that one his was a lot better. But basically, that was his last like mainstream movie, man, and that's been well over 10 years ago. All right, well over that. Matter of fact, probably even longer than that, because I'm thinking about who I was dealing with. So that movie's been some time ago, and you ain't really seen him in nothing.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, whatever happened to him? I said, well, you see how the shit is going on.
He
I said, why
avoided
you think
it.
Lauryn Hill backed off? And then people like that. People, they like, like you said, the one-hit wonders, the 1-2 movie, the guys. Matter of fact, Iron Man 2, because that first Iron Man was, man, that movie was great, man. I love that movie. And my man's from Chicago, Terrence Howard was in it. All right.
He was the highest paid actress in it.
The second movie,
First
Don Cheadle played his role.
Right.
All right. And I'm like, man, this is kind of fucked up that Terrence is not here. But then Terrence explained that Terrence didn't want to take the Band-Aid.
Right.
That's what it was. He didn't want to take the Band-Aid.
That's right.
Same thing with what's Redman. Redman was supposed to be in Power.
Yeah.
All right. He was gonna actually be in Power, but Redman was like, I know I miss out on a lot of money, and and he said, but my health was more important to me. Enough said.
Right.
All right. So some people just don't know how to use discernment and wisdom, man. Even when they're in the world to a certain level. And and what's that scripture real quick? Unction unto righteousness. Not according to unction unto
Knowledge.
righteousness. Not according to knowledge.
Romans 10:2.
That's basically what was going on there. These people decided they saw wickedness, they saw evil, and they was like, you know what, man, I ain't with that. That ain't right. I'm not doing it. I bring it out.
Romans
This is Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
But not according to knowledge, man. All right, and so now that we're on this Hollywood and this pedo stuff, and this corn industry being one of the biggest avenues of it is corn, Corn Hub, all right, and we know who's at the head of that, right? Which is funny that the Jerusalem Post just did a article barely a week old about the 50 most influential ones of them that run and control the world. They're most influential people in society. So at the top of everything, it's them. But yet, if someone else says it, they get labeled, anti-Semantics. All right, but if you would, you got something?
Yeah, I got a couple of precepts.
Bring them out real quick, because we're gonna turn off the lights and play a little bit of and read the section, what's we call it?
This Isaiah 2 and 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days, the mount of the Lord's house shall be established on top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mount of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So that's the title of the video. These small hatters, they're supposed to be teaching. If they the real Israelites, they in the land, the world is supposed to come to them for sound advice, for counsel, for the law, for wisdom. Not to come and look at all
perverseness and then go do perverseness.
Yeah, and Pornhub got every like Arala said, they got all the sodomite shit on there. You got she-males, there's all type of weird shit on there. They promote I don't know if it's the biggest one, but the most trendy one you see is stepfather with stepdaughter.
Right.
Or stepmama with stepson.
Yeah.
Right. That's against the law of the Lord.
Yeah.
But yet they push that shit, man.
And then what I've noticed in porn, all right, is that the majority of porn, when they got Jake with the Edomite woman, he's always sodomizing.
Yep.
So they push that sodomy real
Heavy.
It's like that's what they do, man.
And to be, I don't read the spirit, you said that because the next verse is all sodomy. All right, the whole
this horror culture of America. Oh, if you're not married, you're single. You can fuck on this. You can fuck on that. You can do this. You know, that's Sodom. And this is Jude 1-7. The height of Sodom, of course, is Sodom. Right. But this is also part of Jude 1-7. Right. Even as Sodom, because Sodom means burning. And it's like it says, burn they lust. Right. The height of it is homosexuality. But let me read the verse. Jude 1-7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves
Six's decision to eat the gnome instead of the sausage actually makes.
I was pulling up something. It's Jude 1-7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. So adultery, fornication, strange flesh, man on man, man with beast. You know, all this weird shit.
Right.
All right. Are set forth and for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So that's all part of it. Adultery, of course, the height of it, homosexuality, bestiality. All right, pedophilia. You got a lot of, man. This shit is weird right now, man. Right, all right, you got the small hatters circumcising the babies and taking it off with their mouth. That ain't in the scriptures.
That's right.
What that
rabbi did that shit years ago.
It don't say that in the Bible. Why are you sucking that little baby's dick, man, to get the foreskin off? That's wickedness.
Yeah, it's right, and it has happened. It's basically you forcing this child to do an act that's a sin of death, and he's not even old enough to defend himself.
Right.
Yeah.
He just got here.
8 days.
You know, it's like, damn, man, I just got here, man. Why this dude freaking on me?
Yeah.
Daddy. Help. Right.
And these supposed to be the people of the Bible.
Exactly.
You own the not only the Pornhub, they own Hollywood, they own all the shit. They promoting this wickedness.
They put it in cartoons. They put it in, like, you got to be careful what you watch your children and grandchildren watch, man, because they hide. This is your cue, brother. They hide stuff in these cartoons and these animations, man. And so it looks all cute. You see all the little colorful stuff, you know. And then all of a sudden you start seeing some weird shit, or some demonic shit, or some real sexual shit, or you start seeing some alphabet lifestyle shit. And who's behind it? The same people we talking about.
And you can go back and you can see clips from cartoons from your childhood. And you watch it now, you be like, oh, there's a lot of jokes that it hit your subconscious, but you didn't realize what was going on until you were an adult. You're like, oh shit.
The Flintstones, boy.
All type of shit. Like, damn, this is in this shit. It was a lot. Powerpuff Girls. A lot of little sexual innuendos, man.
Well, you know, it's like they draw the character. They start off with a penis, a vagina, and draw the character.
Yeah, I'm just pulling that up.
Yeah, and then Little Mermaid, the cover, like the castle, is like penises, man.
Yeah, phallic symbols.
Phallic symbols.
Yeah, I had a drawing teacher. I went to school, Media Arts and Animation, the Art Institute, and she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do these things. They teach you how to do that."
How to start it off.
Yeah, how to draw things within a cartoon.
Yes, just Google Disney sexual undertones, and you're gonna get a whole bunch of videos showing you 21 completely filthy hidden sex references in Disney movies. The most outrageous sexual innuendos in
even
Disney
in the
movies.
Disney name is hidden 3 6s. So,
right.
And that's controlled by who?
Small
hats.
Small hats. Same people we talking about. What you got, brother?
And remember that video a long time ago about that small. Her father and her mother was on small hats, and she talked about how they used to take her to the thing when she was a baby. They was doing rituals and touching on her. And
there's been so many videos.
And she was coming out about that and saying how it messed her up, and she'll look at her people, her uncles and them, and her especially her auntie, because she was the wicked of them all, and how she like, damn, y'all was drinking blood, y'all was doing this, y'all even sacrificed that other children in front of me.
Watch other children get put to death.
And she was terrified and fucked up as an adult. Because she remember all that shit when she was a child, being touched and all that.
You know, it's funny how some people they
block it.
They block it and they can't remember shit, right? But then you got people who remember, you know, everything.
Yeah, a lot of them become part of it.
Or it comes back. They either become a part of it, or they come against it, or those memories come back and it really messes them up.
That's the thing with that game. When she became what.
That's
what
what
it
we about
was.
to play. She became what she went through.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a lot. Like the Willow Smith, all these motherfuckers, they become that shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see where they was.
8mm shit.
And
You never
really-
seen that movie, man? That's a
Yeah.
that movie. That's a dark ass movie, man. That 8mm. And once again, small hatters.
A lot of these people only exposed it because they not getting
Cut.
the same opportunities they was getting. Like Raz B, what's the one nigga? He controls all the singing niggas. But he'd be the main nigga popping nigga, the old niggas.
Lev.
Quincy
Jones. He keep coming out, he popping these boys, they telling on him, and nobody saying shit.
No,
Right.
yeah, but because he passed that mantle to Diddy. Diddy took his place.
But
Quincy got too old, so Diddy took his place.
yeah, your facts.
And basically they both were puppets for bigger people.
Right.
Niggas mix
Way
that
more
shit.
money and way more power.
Yeah.
Quincy and
they're not
Benny
talking
Medina.
about the small hats who control them.
Right,
at all.
Clive Davis.
So they're leaving them out of it.
Yeah.
Making- it's just like BLM. BLM is a white organization with a black name, so-called. All right? I'll say it again. BLM is a white organization with a black name, so that when things go wrong, they're already the blame of it. It's in the name.
Niggas did it.
And so exactly. But that's a part of Antifa, and it's all controlled by Soros. Once again, the small hats. All right, let's focus it on there. Put that on.
The light.
Camera, mic.
Action.
Cameras.
Like camera action.
Yeah, play the short. All right, we'll play it a couple times just so they can really get the gist of it.
Roll that bean footage.
Yeah, you can get that one behind it.
Instead of the sausage. Act 6's decision to eat the gnome instead of the sausage actually made.
No, when the person take it to the lab, but what's going on here is this is a game that I discovered just the other day. Some brothers knew about it. I never knew about it. And I actually you probably watched it for about 45 minutes straight, gameplay of it, because I had never seen anything. It was just so dark. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. All right, and it's called Little Nightmares, and it's got these two small children. They look like they're not even like the size of real children. They're like extra small people running through this nightmarish house. They're going from house to building to warehouse to wherever, and everything in the house is either trying to eat them or kill them. All right, and you see other kids in cages and dead bodies and cannibalism and just all kind of matter of wicked shit, torture devices. People hanging up by their feet, it's a dark ass thing. And so the fact that this game is getting so much attention, it's very popular, all right? And this gameplay of it, and people actually watch it. The gameplay, they don't even want to play the game, they just want to watch other people play it.
Wow.
So now, with that all said, go ahead and play it, brother.
6's decision to eat the gnome instead of the sausage actually makes sense when you consider what happened to her in Little Nightmares 2. Do you remember this moment when she is abducted by the Slender Man and taken to the radio tower? That's likely when things begin to change. Despite Mono helping her escape from the tower, 6 loses a part of herself to that place forever. That's probably why she starts experiencing these strong hunger pangs in Little Nightmares 1, which is set after the events of the second game. 6 tries to satisfy her hunger by consuming various things during the game, but none seem to satiate her growing hunger, leading her to consume living things, which, when you think about it, might be a strange way in 6's head to recuperate a missing part of her soul. At the start of the game, she also has a nightmare about the geisha with the unique ability to draw life out of anyone. And what does she do with her? She consumes her too and uses her powers to absorb all life inside them all in another effort to fix herself. 6's decision to eat the gnome instead of the sausage.
I was watching it, and I actually figured out, just watching gameplay, what she was doing. Now I know she was absorbing the life. Every time she would actually run up on them little gnomes, and then she would absorb their life force. Now, if you could, let me read this disclaimer. Disclaimer, copyright, disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, so we're calling for fair use. You didn't have to turn them all back on because I want you to pull up pull up, if you would, what is it? What did Dr. Sleep, the scene when they killed the baseball player, and when the little boy asked her, when he realized that I know y'all gonna kill me, but he was like, are you gonna? He was begging for mercy. All right, and she said, and he asked the chick, he said, well, are you gonna hurt me? All right, and she said yes, and he just freaked out because he was already scared and crying. Basically, she's like, yeah, we're gonna make it painful because that's what's gonna make you taste so good.
Wow.
It was fucked up, and I was like, man, this shit. Dr. Sleep.
I know which one
It don't matter which, the shortest one, because we don't want to get no hit, whatever.
Right.
That's why I read the disclaimer.
Copyright.
All right, copyright.
Infringement.
Has been declared.
No, please let me go. I won't tell, please. Are you gonna hurt me? Yeah. Pain purifies steam. Fear too, so you understand.
That's enough, man. That shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it really fucked me up because Hollywood, they telling themselves. Psalm 64 and 8 Buffalo Shop. Yeah, whatever.
We turn lights on
Hit the
now?
lights, yeah, you put the lights back. And right, and they think that they're gonna be all right, and it's not gonna be a payment for that because even though there was a movie scene, but then they try to come across and use just like they try to use the anti-Semitic things, hide behind that. They try to hide behind the conspiracy theory shit. Right. Well, guess what? Regular citizens and even different news outlets are now being forced to admit that they're controlling weather, but that they admit that they spraying chemicals. You got people coming on TV talking about trails not supposed to be behind planes.
Right.
I live next to an airport, worked on a fucking Air Force base. Watch planes go up and down all fucking day long, man. And there wasn't no trails behind them like that. That's bullshit. That's not true, man.
That's right.
I live close to the San Francisco airport, Oakland fucking airport, and the San Jose airport. I used to take my son, who's a baby, and sit there and we would watch the planes landing come. Wasn't no fucking trails behind. Come on. All right? That's some new shit. You lying motherfuckers.
That's right. Our generation.
Right? Making people sick. Everybody fucking with headaches and, with mucus and damn sinus infections all the time.
That's right.
All right?
Our generation, we watched the skies. We would go out there. We was in nature. We would go there and do it all the goddamn time. We weren't.
Yeah, the generation behind us is all fucking. They don't get video games.
Well, they got.
Right. Video games was new when we came along. That was something that came along in my late teens and then growing up in my early adult. And we actually went to the
arcades. Right.
And when we were 10 years old and so forth, they had the Sega Genesis and the fucking stuff coming out, but they were so expensive. We weren't getting them. So we didn't.
The average Jake didn't have that shit.
We didn't have it.
No,
you know what I'm saying? That didn't come until they start years down the line when they start making shit cheaper. But outside that, man, we went out and we was outside until the street lights came on, and then we was inside.
I guess that song.
Bring it out, brother. Bobby shot.
This is Psalm 64 and 8. It says, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away."
God, and hold on, let me go there with you.
I got scripture too.
It's some more in that.
Hey, he's doing it. Pull up that Elvis video. You ain't gotta play it.
Can I pull?
Which one?
Yeah, you could hold yours, Pops. But yeah, back in that
Psalm 64.
That 64 and 5. Just read down to 10. Keep reading.
So start at 5?
Yeah. Where we at? Where you said they
that was 8.
Yeah. Where they should make their tongue right. Start at 5. They encourage themselves.
And read through.
So this is Psalm 64 and 5. It says, "They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?"
Why? Because they hide it within entertainment. They hide it within movies. They hide it within animation. This is what they do. Right?
At this point, it's wide open. Everybody know they're telling on themselves.
Yeah, because regular people are talking about it now, but that's because of the spirit that the prophets put out there. Yep. All right, we were the first ones. Our apostles and elders. We were the first ones to to push this message to the world. And you know, and lots of people scoff. But now a lot of people are coming to the realization that, just like that one guy said, wait a minute, you know, them guys who was always, them Hebrews was right.
It was right.
Yep.
Right? And everyone seems, it seems like everyone else is caught up to us now, except for they, without the understanding. But go ahead, brother.
Right.
It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right. So they go, they learn, you know, about us. They study us, and then they use it to advantage. And they do the same thing throughout history, and then they pervert it and put their face where you know, where we're supposed to be. I was watching that wicked show, The Preacher, and in that show, The Preacher, I think I think in like episode 8 or 9, the dude gets on a radio that he got from an angel, a phone, and calls heaven. And the Lord shows up, and he's a white guy. He shows up in their church, you know, speaking all thunderously and shit. And then a nigga woman started questioning him, and why this and why, and everybody asking questions with attitude and shit. Right? And the Lord is sitting there panicking and trying to answer all their questions. I was like, what the fuck is this? Is the most blasphemous shit I ever seen, man. And then she gonna turn to her ex-boyfriend, the little nigga woman. I told you he was white. I was like,
oh, come on, man.
Hey. Just to back up that verse,
man, I'll be shocked.
Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. And this talks about Esau and the wicked. It said his heart is deep. He did a diligent search to search out iniquity. He knows how to get you to go on. A lot of these people are with this shit, man. End of the day, they with this shit because they talk about it. If the bad came away, they'll do the same shit. They'll be with it. That's why whoredoms is rampant out here. That's why it's still little girls. They're young women, really. They're not little girls. Let me rephrase them. Young women being sold, 14, 15-year-old prostitutes, because the world is with this shit,
story about
man.
that. Some Edomite in the UK paid a little girl to kiss him, 13-year-old young lady. All right? But then after she did that, he went ahead and, you know, and just took it. All right? Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is that, you know, it is a horrible and it was a bad act. But this little girl, she wasn't stupid.
She's a woman.
This young woman, she took that money to bust his slob with this dude. All right? Which means she's probably bust slobs with older men before, or with boys before, right?
Right.
So she knew, you know.
A regular 13-year-old.
And right, and then, you know, then all of a sudden the act went down, man.
Right.
Right? And it was a fucked up thing. But go ahead, brother.
Because another thing, these bitches are exploiting their damn daughters on the internet, man. They got them on these social media pages trying to get fame off of it. So you will see a girl, not a young woman, a little girl ain't had her flower yet, dressed all half naked, dancing. I sent the Japanese shit.
Wow.
Where they got the Japanese bitches, the young bitches dressed like the nigga woman with the lashes, all this shit, thong on, low rise skirts. This is what's pushed and popular out there. You know, they exploit them to get paid for this shit.
And like the guy said, he's trying to normalize corn in the West. The Japanese is actually connected to the West at this point. Right? The West meaning Eurasia and America, but the Japanese are part of that because they ride with America. All right, but y'all go ahead and finish that. This is the verse 7. We gonna wrap it up. Read to the end of this. Right?
Coming back into Psalm 64.
Then bring yours out. Then y'all can finish.
Daniel 8:25. His policy also he shall use craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Part of his craft is his media. Part of his craft is from when I say media, I'm talking about from the music to the movies to the porn to the corn to the newspapers to all that. His whole agenda, his policy, his craft is all designed to be debaucherous, to break down the family norms, to break down the connection between the Most High and the Israelite, and to destroy your pineal glands, and to do everything that's his goal. is how can I, it's like, I've said this in the past, it's like Esau went to the Bible and says, thou shalt not kill, oh, we're gonna murder, thou shalt not have false idols, you're gonna have a bunch of them. And he went to whatever's contrary with the Lord.
Yeah, he cut his hair off his face, made
Right,
himself bald.
right.
He shaves his hair. He does all these things that are against the Bible, man.
And pushes it and promotes it so we can be contrary.
And the number one thing, if I may say, Papa Shop, but if I may say, is that in all of that, he pushed it with a strong effort to break up the family unit, to separate. And now there's literally this war between. It's not even with the Israelites anymore. It's just a Western thing now. There's a war between men and women.
Yes.
All right, it's not just the Israelite man. It's the in Western culture. Period, man. There is a war between men and women. The family unit is broken down because the same shit happening here is happening all across Eurasia.
What's the Arab guy that we I say sometimes I forgot his name.
I forget his name.
Yeah, but
speaks very eloquently.
Right, and he's always cutting Esau
He
and
cuts
everything.
the shit out of Esau.
And we like, yeah, you all, and I ain't gonna say defend us, but he spoke up like, yeah, look how y'all doing this and whatever. But he said the same exact same thing. All right, this is probably the MO to where he said you go into the Arab countries, by the time they're 13, 14, 15 or whatever, they're taught this, they're learning this, they like we see the videos.
They're more men than men. That's what
exactly.
They're men in the West because they're being taught in their craft, they're being taught, to the childhood is over. They're being groomed to be fathers. To be fathers and husbands. All right, and basically 13 and 14-year-olds here. They're playing video games and being groomed to play soccer and baseball and basically stay kids until they're basically out of college. You still treat them like they're kids when they're in college.
It's the craziest thing. They're raised to be kids, but still be sexual.
Yes.
It can't be both.
Exactly.
It blows my mind. They're still kids, but they can get a sex change.
They can choose.
All right, they get taught all this sexual shit. They show everything around them is sex, but you're still a child. You're still a child.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and finish with
Back in Psalm 64:7, it says, "But the Most High God shall shoot at them with an arrow; certainly shall they be wounded."
And it's about to happen.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High God. For they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory.
Right, and everybody else is getting ready to die a grievous death, man. The Lord is insulted. All these instructions and abnormal acts of God, whether some of them are by Esau and it's still by the Most High, because he's the one that gave them the technology, put the spirit on them to aim earthquakes and aim. Now that it's been proven that they have this technology, that they're right, because they try to deny it and say it's conspiracy to say so. Even had the president to come on and say it just a couple days ago. At the same time he's saying it, all the evidence is being presented that they actually can do it. All right, even going back to Vietnam, they were making all the monsoons come down to try to collapse the tunnels to break down the Viet Cong, to flood out the tunnels and make them collapse to kill and defeat the Viet Cong. They still lost it. The Viet Cong still beat their ass. That was America's first actual loss, where they had to turn tail and get the hell up out of there because they was just losing too many people.
Couldn't take a win.
They couldn't even, matter of fact, because that all the videos of them turning over the tanks and the helicopters and shit, they lost. All right, and they're gonna lose again. All right, the West is going to lose what's about to happen to them. All right, the Lord is coming, man. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak Kodash.
Wam Yasharallah.
Wam Yasharallah.
Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.